Hello everyone, my name is Santiago,
My name is Mishell.
I'm Yerika.
and today we're going to talk about adaptations, techniques and strategies in speaking and listening skills to ensure English learning in students. We base our project in our main objective, which is to expose our learning outputs about the what and how to teach. And this is important as students because we need to understand what the curriculum is and how can we use it in our classroom. So for this, we're going to talk about the adaptations for the virtual learning, and we're going to explain 3 points. The first one is our problematic nucleus, which was the what and how to teach. As we said before, we need to understand what we're going to do and how we are going to do it. And for that reason, we need the curriculum and the methodologies and the means for doing so. Okay. The second thing that we're going to talk about is a curricular thread for the semester, which was pedagogical models applied to the teaching of learning English, the designs and the development of the methodologies. And last but not least, about the TICs, which are a big part for this project because of this pandemic situation that we're living in. And so we're going to talk about how we're going to implement them in the classroom so students have more freedom to use their English as a learner.
Due to the sanitary emergency that we are living, the Ministry of Education implement a prioritized curriculum, which is based on the EFL Ecuadorian curriculum. We should also mention that schools have a new document called Projectos, and this document serves as a guide for the teacher to carry on with class. This document is focused in the project-based learning method, which will be explained later on. And also it's important to mention that this document is divided in 4 weeks. We noticed that the writing and reading skills were more developed during the class sessions. Is for that reason that we create a lesson plan focused in the oral communication thread, which involves listening and speaking skills. All of this based on the Projectos document. This thread is one of the 5 of them, and it comes directly from the EFL Ecuadorian curriculum. It is important to highlight that each skill has their own learning outcomes, evaluation criteria, and assessment methods.
So now that we have our goal, let's pass to the implementations of the activities. With the new modality, it was necessary to introduce activities that can develop the skills that were less practiced during the lessons, listening and speaking. These activities were aimed to comply with the following methods. So the first one is CLIL, Content Language Integrated Learning. This method was the most important method that we use due to this method is the one that you will find in the EFL Ecuadorian curriculum. And that's because it looks for the students to integrate, to combine their knowledge in other areas or in other fields, and with the usage of the English as a language, as a second language. The second is PBL, Project-Based Learning. This method was recently implemented in this new document called Projectos. So the student was working in their English skills while they was developing this document. The last one is text. So we use text as the most important tool or as the most important method to develop our activities, since we look for some platforms online, we look for some strategies, methodologies, with the purpose of giving to the students a sort of play with it, since our activities give the possibility to enjoy the learning process of these skills that were less developed in the lessons. So here we have one activity that we did. It was a listening activity, and here is a speaking activity that we did. It was a podcast, and this was a video to develop their listening skills. So to carry out our activities, we follow this evaluation criteria. accuracy, and intelligibility. Use appropriate vocabulary and language in a variety of oral interactions. So that means that the students will use long phrases of English expressions or vocabulary to can reproduce what they are thinking or what they are feeling in English.
Now we're going to move on to the challenges and the opportunities that we found out during this project. And as you can see there, the lack of time is our main enemy for the classes, because it doesn't help when you have to develop 4 of these skills in one class, but we can surely try to understand like the tics, right? These sources that we can combine them with the classes so the students have more freedom, as we said before, and to adapt it to the students' needs in order to complement and to comply with all these needs for these skills development. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.